Alright guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing what if Deku was Majin Buu. And yeah, basically, I was kind of discussing like stuff with Anime Peasant. He's a YouTuber that I'm friends with. But we were discussing, and I'm gonna do what if, I'm not gonna tell you the what if that we were discussing yet, but I'm doing this what if first, and then soon, maybe a couple days or so, I'm gonna post the what if that we were talking about. So yeah, without further ado, on to the intro. Guys, now let's begin this what if. So yeah, this is my take three. This is my take 2 or 3 of this what if, because I was recording saying stuff about I was recording, and for some reason for some reason my phone got out of the app for on its own for some reason, and yeah, this is my take 2 or 3. So sorry if I skip a few things. So yeah, so the whole thing with Goku throwing the spirit bomb, Kid Buu happens the same, and he goes to the afterlife, and I mean the other world. So he begins causing a ruckus, and over some time, which I'm not gonna really explain. I mean, if you guys want Vegeta and Goku to be in the story, then and fight Kid Buu, it's gonna depend on what time it's gonna be, because I'm gonna fill in the blanks if you guys want me to, of how long it took for King Yama to send Kid Buu away. So yeah, I mean, how long it took for King Yama to reincarnate Buu. So yeah, if you want that, leave it down in the comments. So yeah, let me further explain this. So basically, Kid Buu is causing a ruckus in the other world, and it's not really the same with Frieza, because with Frieza he was more calm and controlled and stuff like that. But Kid Buu is complete chaos. He has the attitude of a kid. So yeah, so basically King Yama had enough of this, and he basically sends Buu to another dimension, and we're gonna say that dimensions exist in Dragon Ball Z. Not in Dragon Ball Z. So King Yama might not know about universes, but he does. We're gonna say that he does know about dimensions, and he sends Kid Buu to a dimension, because the hyperbolic time chamber was another dimension. So who's to say there's not more dimensions? So we're gonna say that. and like Kid was reincarnated in reincarnated in the My Hero Academia world. So Deku's born with with pink hair and red eyes, and basically Deku's gonna be kind of human. He's gonna be kind of human like. So yeah. So when they see Deku or Kid Buu, they assume that he has mutation quick. So Deku screams at the top of his lungs, kind of like how Kid Buu does, and it shatters the doctors and nurses' eardrums, and it's bleeding, and Inko kind of shatters, kind of hurts Inko the most because she's the one right next to Deku. So yeah, I'm gonna switch up from calling him I'm gonna call him Deku and Kid Buu throughout this series. So don't really mind it. It's yeah. So Hisashi, we're gonna say that basically Kid Buu has no bones, and he has no bones, which is so he's able to stretch and stuff like that. And Hisashi's disgusted. Inko still loves Deku, even even if he looks like this, and even throughout the story. So yeah, just to let you guys know that. So Hisashi leaves because of Deku's appearance and him looking like a freak. And basically now we go to preschool, and Bakugo's trying to bully Deku because his quirk was classified as a yelling quirk. And the doctors already scanned Deku's body, and they know that Deku doesn't have bones or anything like that. So they think that it's kind of like a defect and stuff like that. So Bakugo calls him a freak because ever since he got his quirk, ever since Bakugo got his quirk, he's been mean to Deku, and basically Deku and Bakugo were friends, but now Bakugo got his quirk. He saw Deku as a freak with a useless quirk. So him and his goons go up to Deku. Deku's basically clowning around, dancing, and laughing, and he goes. Deku basically Bakugo goes and tells Deku, "Hey, you freak! You have a useless quirk." And calls him a monster because of his red eyes and pink hair. And basically Deku, he kind of stops laughing, stops dancing, and stops laughing as he looks at Bakugo, and he kind of understands what people are saying because he learned how to read and write, so he knows the human language. And as I said before, he has a human like body, except with his no bones. So he's able to hear, but he can't really speak. So Deku looked at Bakugo having enough, and he subconsciously stretched one of his arms to punch Bakugo in the face with a left hook. As Bakugo touched his left cheek, he got up and said, "You damn nerd, get him!" as his goons begin to chase at Deku. As Deku looks at it, as Deku basically smiles a devilish grin, as he basically yells at the top of his lungs, as it basically hits the goons' ears, as they're basically writhing in pain, as their ears were bleeding. They couldn't even hear. We're gonna say that they couldn't hear anymore. It's like, we couldn't really hear anymore. Bakugo's ears were writhing in pain, still bleeding, but he wasn't deaf, and he could, he wasn't deaf. So he ran at Deku, and Kid Buu, and that was Kid Buu / Deku, grabbed Bakugo with his, as he stretched his arms. He grabbed Bakugo and begins choking him as he slowly brings Bakugo over to him. And then he just, and Deku lets go of Bakugo. Lets his left hand go on Bakugo, and then he just punches Bakugo on the head. As Bakugo's head is bleeding, he then throws Bakugo to the ground, laughing at him, and starts kicking him over and over again. And eventually Bakugo was all bloodied and beat up, and his goons were unable to hear. Because of this violent behavior, Kid Buu was suspended for 2 days, and the reason he didn't get expelled was because of his mom pleading to the school to let Deku let my baby boy go, please, he learned his lesson, he won't do it again. And because of his pleading, they only suspended him for 2 days or so. So he goes to school again, and Bakugo thinks, oh, it's just a fluke. This useless Deku with his useless quirk and his, and this freak can't win against me. So, basically, Bakugo also thinks that his goons kind of slowed him down. So, Bakugo guns at Deku when he returns to school, and, when Deku returns, Bakugo's trying to bully him, but it's not really working. So, because it's not really working. So after a week after trying to mess with Deku, he had enough. So Kid Buu basically stretched out. Kid Buu basically felt like stretching out his hand, and by doing this, he made a ki blast by accident, and it hit Bakugo, dead in the chest. So it blew Bakugo a little back, because at this point, it's not strong yet, it's not developed yet. So, he basically a little shocked by this, because he was expecting to stretch out his hand, but his shock was then was replaced with a devilish grin, as he then began to cackle and laugh as he shot Bakugo with this ki blast over and over and over again. And basically, Kid Buu felt like he could do something. He could do something else with Bakugo other than killing him. And he doesn't really know about his past. I mean, if you want him to learn about his past life and how he was killed by Goku, then you can leave it down in the comments. But at this point, Kid Buu just knows he could do something, absorb him. So he tries to thinking that, oh, it's probably just a hunch, and he manages to absorb Bakugo and his abilities. So as he left a part of him. He took out a part of him and he placed it on Bakugo, and the part of him basically just kind of swallowed Bakugo, and then it went back to Deku, and Deku gained all of Bakugo's abilities, and his appearance kind of changed a little bit, and his appearance kind of changed. Yeah, it kind of changed a little bit because his hair is a little lighter. It's a little more lighter pink, and his personality is way more. He's way more hot-headed, and his key blast were enhanced by explosions, and it got a little stronger too. So now Deku's smiling, now realizing that he could actually speak, and so basically he absorbed Bakugo, and the two preschool teachers began to call the police, believing that Kid Deku ate Bakugo. And now basically they call the police. They call heroes because the police not gonna do anything. So the heroes arrive and they attack Deku, and Deku basically tanks the first hit. Yeah, basically tanks the first hit. Tanks the hit from the first hero, which is basically a speed hero, and it's gonna be a made up hero. It doesn't matter giving him a name or anything because it doesn't matter. He's useless anyways. So Deku vanishes from the site. He's not fast enough to cause after images yet, and he sees that the speed hero is coming after him. So Deku begins thinking, because now that he's gained he's gained more intelligence, or more human intelligence than he did before. So he basically had more human intelligence than he had before, basically. So he then thinks, wait a minute, when I absorbed Bakugo, he enhanced these blasts. So if I absorb this speed hero, maybe it'll enhance my speed. Well, I'm gonna have to find out. Deku thinks as he basically punched the speed hero in the chest, and leaving another part of him comes off, and envelops or engulfs the speed hero as that part of Deku went back to him, and he absorbed him, and he got all of his his intelligence. He got more human intelligence now, and he got his speed. So now he's able to make a shaky after image. A great improvement though. So he blasts at all the other heroes, and he does some damage to him. But you have to remember that he's probably 5 years old at this point. So basically Deku dodges one of the heroes' attacks. Basically he doesn't dodge he basically doesn't dodge it because one of the other heroes was a lightning hero, and you can't really Deku's not at the level where he can dodge lightning yet. So he gets hit by it, and it kind of stings a little. So he looks at the one who dealt some damage to him, and it was somebody that had lightning on him, and it was the lightning hero, and the lightning hero could could cloak his body in lightning and use lightning, and he could put lightning at specific points of his body, parts of his body. And when Deku uses this ability, it's gonna be way more overpowered. Yeah, so you know, Kid Buu thinks, wait a minute, if I get that ability, it's gonna increase my blast and speed even more. This is gonna be interesting. As he tries to use to get the lightning hero, but the lightning hero is literally he's probably not. Yeah, he's probably faster than Deku at this time. So basically, he injures another hero. He basically shoots makes the most biggest blast he could possibly can at this point, and he shoots it at a hero that he injured when he was chasing this lightning hero, in circles. Kind of in circles. So he shoots the blast at the injured hero, and the lightning hero, because of his heroic heart, he basically lunged at the blast. He can't really deflect it. He doesn't really have enough strength to do that, but he basically tanks it. He doesn't really tank it. It hits him, and he's the front of his costume is almost gone, and he's all bloody, and it's enhanced with explosion, so it hurts a lot. So Deku absorbs the lightning hero, and now he has lightning. He basically smiles and says, yes, this lightning, this power coursing through my veins. My blasts are way more stronger, and my speed has increased. And he basically makes he basically makes 3 after images, as he's so fast, and he basically punches one of them. He punches the injured hero. He punches the injured hero and kills him. I need to get more power. I need to get more strength and stuff like that. And he's thinking, if I kill more heroes, then then other heroes will eventually come with powerful quirks. And then he already he already had violent tendencies, and it's kind of showing now. His Kid Buu's kind of showing now. So yeah, Deku basically dodges an attack from another hero, and we're gonna say that we're gonna say that this hero is it's All Might. Yeah, All Might, because All Might was taking a patrol around the city, and he found one killed hero. Yeah, he saw one killed hero. He saw a hero that was dead, and All Might thought, wait, is this a villain? But he looks like a kid. No matter. I have to arrest him and make him pay for his crimes. All Might thinks, as he lunges at Deku, thinking that he was just a regular villain, ordinary villain, and he was so wrong. As Deku saw All Might's attack from a mile away, and he dodges it, and he's not really strong enough to the point where he could literally throw All Might. However, he could kind of punch All Might, building up his momentum as he begins to vibrate his fists with lightning coursing through it, and he punches All Might after he dodges the attack, and All Might gets hit, and he gets thrown into a wall, and he basically gets hit into a wall. He can't Deku can't lift All Might or carry him, but he could deal damage to him. So All Might's kind of shocked, and kind of being hard on himself for underestimating a villain, and he basically rushes at Deku. and other heroes begin to arrive, and those heroes are those heroes. We're gonna say that we're gonna say that shock a hero with a quick that has shock absorption, and somebody with a quick that's called air cannon and could basically shoot air, basically make shock waves. And I'm probably think that Deku's gonna learn more about ki eventually, but the air cannon's gonna enhance his his shock waves that he's gonna make when he learns more about ki. So yeah, I'm probably gonna end it off soon. So yeah, basically those heroes arrive when Almight's having his scuffle with Deku, and basically he's basically there's also another hero. Well, no. So basically, one of the heroes lunged at Deku. This one is the one with the shock absorption, and that hero is a little cocky because he sees this small villain, and and he has shock absorption. So he's someone that has shock absorption is bound to be cocky. So he lunges at Deku, thinking that this is gonna be easy, but Deku punches at the guy with shock absorption. Doesn't really do much damage. I mean, it does. Deku is naturally strong because he's the reincarnation of Kid Buu, for God's sake. So yeah. So basically, he punches at the guy, and it doesn't. I mean, it kind of does some damage. He coughs up a little spit, but he's still there. The guy's still alive. So Deku thinks, he's quick. It must be something. It must be shock absorption. Once I get that quick, I'll be invincible. And basically Deku wants to fight and get stronger, and he thinks that having shock absorption would be easier. So he lunges at the hero. And he tries to kill him. He doesn't try to. He tries to knock him out. However, All Might comes in and hits Deku right in the jaw, and Deku then fell on the ground, since it was we're gonna say that it was 40. 40. All Might wouldn't think that 40, All Might thought that 40 wouldn't be enough. So he went a 50% smash. It hit Deku and he's on the ground. And one of his arms were gone. However, it quickly regenerated. This villain, he has regeneration? I thought he had lightning. Then he must be working with All for One.